Yo, what is going on, guys, and welcome back to my NBA history simulation thing. I couldn't remember the other word. A simulation recreation, but bollocks. I don't know. Right, we're going to get straight into it. Obviously, it is now an NBA league without the great Michael Jordan, but Kobe Bryant is technically classed as the best player in the league. But he at the end of the last episode, he stayed at the Houston Rockets. He had the chance to potentially go and replace Michael at the Orlando Magic, but Allen Iverson actually turned out to do that, which is very interesting. But we are going to start by looking at the prospect for the 2001 draft, and we do see Tyson Chandler and Pau Gasol in there, and Tony Parker. Okay, there's a few names that I do know on that, so that is very interesting. Tyson Chandler, but Pau Gasol, obviously part of that incredible Lakers team, along with the likes of Lamar Odom, who is at the Knicks in this, and obviously Kobe Bryant. So we are going to get actually straight into it. So we're going to do that. Let's do that. But yeah, we're just going to see what happens now that Michael Jordan has left the league. Unfortunately, he only managed to win two NBA titles, but I'm glad we saw Michael lift the trophy on both occasions. But yeah, there's some interesting teams that are working their way through. It'll be interesting to see if the Timberwolves actually manage to get to yet another final. They've done 10 in a row on the simulation, which is absolutely superb. Okay, the Lakers are not having a great season. I don't quite remember. They had like two players that were like mid-80s, but I don't know. I think they're maybe doing quite crap, but in the hope that in a couple of years' time they can get LeBron James. But yeah, we're going to see who gets the MVP award. It is Shaquille O'Neal who wins the MVP. He has not won it in a while. He's actually won it 3 times now. I'm pretty sure. Yeah, MVP 3 times. Great. It's nice to see the Grizzlies do well. They're still looking for their first title in the simulation. Hedo Turkoglu. I have actually heard of Turkoglu. It was the rookie of the year. It was a pretty poor year in the draft. Kristen Leitner has won the sixth man. We've got Shaquille O'Neal winning the defensive. Earl Boykins has the most improved. Lee Oliver, who is the Orlando Magic coach, who is coach of the year with a 73-9 rating. I'm guessing their first seed in the East, and now that Michael has left and Iverson has left, Allen Iverson has joined, meaning that he's obviously looking for his first NBA championship in this as well. But yeah, interesting. Chauncey Billups is now 90 rated at 24 years of age. That's brilliant for him. McGrady, 93 rated at 21 years of age. That's huge. Tim Duncan, 24 years of age, but 94 rated. Now we're seeing some stupid ratings. Look, Shaq is 29 years of age now. He needs to start winning titles. We've got Kobe Bryant, who's 96 rated at 22 years of age. Allen Iverson, 95 rated at 25 years of age. Kevin Garnett, 96 rated at 24 years of age. So we've got some players who have got a long way ahead of them. And to be fair, David Robinson, 91 rated at 35 years of age. That is pretty darn good. Ginobili on his second year. I'm pretty sure it's his second year. It is. For the Clippers, is got into the third team, which is very nice. Vince Carter, I believe he's been in the league for a few years now. All defensive, we've got Jason Kidd in there, who's 94 rated. Tim Duncan, we've already looked at. Gary Payton, 91 rated, very nice. And the rookie team, yeah, there's not many. Jamal Crawford for the Washington Wizards, not too shabby at all. But yeah, we are going to look at the NBA standings. We'll look at the Western first. Let's start at the bottom. I haven't really looked. Supersonics have had a good few years, and I believe they got to the semi-finals, or at least the conference finals, actually, potentially last year. But they've had a stinker. How the hell did they get so far? They've got an awful team, unless someone retired or left. The Lakers finished 9th in the end, and they seem to have lost their best players again. Interesting. San Antonio Spurs with Dirk Nowitzki, who is now 87 rated, have managed to sneak into the playoffs. Clippers, now that they have actually got Ginobili, finished 7th. Fair play to them. Phoenix Suns, do they have anyone good? They've got Paul Pierce. No one really exciting. The Houston Rockets are fifth seed with Kobe Bryant, and they've got Judd Mayer, who's a very average player. Dallas Mavericks with a Sharif Abdur-Rahim getting them quite help. Sacramento Kings, I remember in the last year or the year before they were bottom, but Richard Hamilton has helped him get up. That's their finishing third. That's not actually that bad at all. But then you've got the two big teams, the Timberwolves finishing second in the conference. They've still got a very good team. Kevin Garnett is their main man after David Robson is starting to decline. But the Grizzlies with the likes of Jason Kidd and Shaquille O'Neal, that is quite nice. That is quite nice indeed. So let's now look at the Eastern, and we see that the 76ers again are the worst team. Detroit Pistons, even though they've got Tracy McGrady. Oh, they don't have Steve Nash anymore. I forgot that he went and joined... Was it the Magic? I actually don't know. Atlanta Hawks, they've got Vince Carter, who they've got a not bad team. So finishing 12th is pretty poor for them. Boston Celtics somehow nearly got into the playoffs, which is a bit... I say nearly, they were 12 games behind them. Chicago Bulls, even though they don't have Allen Iverson anymore, they do have Horace Grant, who I'm guessing is very old now. Yeah, and Chauncey Billups, who is probably now leading the line for them. Leading the way for them, I should say. The Knicks in fifth with Lamar Odom, who's now 81 rated, and they've got Antoine Jameson, who's 86 rated. But are these players that are going to stick around in New York, or are they going to try and get bigger and better things? But fifth seed is not too bad. The Miami Heat, who won last year, they won last year with Doherty, who's now started to go down. What age is he? He's 35 years old. Sean Elliott is 33, so this might be the end of their era, potentially. Charlotte Hornets are in third. They're sticking around there still, which is pretty good, even though Hakeem, who actually joined the league at the same time as Michael, has decided to stay on an extra year. But I have a feeling he is going to probably retire. His points per game is down to a 13.3, and he's not doing that good anymore. But they're still in a chance of a good playoffs run. Toronto Raptors have a very good team, and I can see them do well. But the Orlando Magic were the team to beat, and look at that team. They've used the money that they've saved with Michael retiring, and they decided to go out there and get Steve Nash and Allen Iverson to take the role of both Michael Jordan and Patrick Ewing. Yeah, but what are the ages of like Finley and whatnot? 31 for Sean Kemp, so he'll be there for a few more years. Finley's not too bad as well, and it's a good age for them because 25 and 27, I could see the Orlando Magic post Michael Jordan. It would have been nice if Michael Jordan was still there with these two players in, but it is very nice indeed. But we will look now at the season stats. And are we going to see Allen Iverson drop off as well in points to sacrifice trying to get some titles? That's going to be interesting. It's actually Billups who has taken the place of Iverson, who is average 32.1. So it's not hitting the Iverson heights. Where is Allen Iverson? See, look, he's done what Michael has done. He's sacrificed this year for the good of the team. But we do see Kobe up there with averaging over 30 points. That's the first time in his career that he has averaged over 30 points. Yeah, so he's done well, but he's still their main man. Tim Duncan's doing very well at a very good age as well. But yeah, it's going to be very interesting to see what happens, because I would probably say there's a lot more teams now involved that got a chance of a title, whereas like through the 80s and the 90s it seemed to be like one or two teams that you could see. Yeah, but anyway, the New York Knicks unfortunately are out with Lamar Odom. Phoenix Suns are out, the New Jersey Nets, the Clippers are out, the Spurs are out, and the Bulls are out, as well as the Mavericks and the Bucks. But we do have the Orlando Magic versus the Miami Heat, which we've seen a lot of in the last few years. Same with Toronto Raptors and Charlotte Hornets. So those four teams have stayed the top four teams, which is very interesting. And also, it's the first time in a long time we've seen the Timberwolves down in the bottom leg of the playoffs tree. But it's Kobe versus Shaq again. And unfortunately, it looks like it is going to be Shaq again who is going to get to the playoff finals. And it is the Grizzlies versus the Timberwolves. And it is the Orlando Magic versus Toronto. So Charlotte Hornets just can't get back to a finals again. And Orlando Magic could just keep on doing it. They've got a very nice team. But we are going to simulate round. And for once, it is the Grizzlies that have got to the finals, and it is the Orlando Magic that are out. So Allen Iverson and Steve Nash are not going to get their first titles, but are we about to see the first title for Shaquille O'Neal and Jason Kidd? So we are going to simulate through a game. It is first game going to the Grizzlies, second game going to the Grizzlies, third game going to the Grizzlies. We are going to go into Simcast, and we are going to potentially see the first Grizzlies champions. It looks like it is going to be. Oh, yeah. It'll take something extra. 3 seconds to go. That's all we need just to see the new champions. Oh, we're in HD. You know what? I'm just going to hold the ball. Oh, wow. Even the bottom has changed. I like that. It's nice seeing like the presentation change as we go into the new millennia. Yeah, this is good. Shaquille O'Neal gets his first NBA championship. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. So does the presentation style actually change? That's one thing I do want to see. If it's a slow motion next, then oh, big Shaq. He deserves it. And I did say, is he going to win a championship? And he is. Right. I'm sure it's going to be Big Shaq who's going to be picking up the MVP award.
Congratulations to the whole organization and, of course, this incredible team. This Larry O'Brien trophy and I believe this suitcase are yours.
Oh wow, so the presentation has actually drastically changed. Oh, it's actually the coach that's going to be lifting it. Oh, actually no.
Russell, Finals MVP.
Big Shaq, Big Shaq, Big Shaq. Oh, I like this presentation change, you know. Very nice. It's actually the coach that lifts it. I'm not too sure I like that, you know. I want it to be the star player, but the Vancouver Grizzlies, soon to be the Memphis Grizzlies, have won the championship, which is absolutely superb from them. We can go to roster. Has anyone hit 97 yet? No, it's 396 now. Kevin Garnett is in there, but Kobe needs to leave, but he's got 3 years on his contract, which surprises me. It really does. Why did he sign for 3 years? Player retirements, Hakeem Olajuwon has retired. Same with Joe DeMars, Karl Malone, John Stockton as well. Chris Mullen has also retired. Steve Sampson got Kenny Walker as well. Kenny Smith as well at the age of 36. 32, only 8 years pro for some of these. Wow. Not as much as Hakeem, but that's fine. Right. Inductees, it's surely Hakeem and Karl Malone as well. Hakeem ended up with 5 titles. Yeah, 5 titles. 4 for Karl Malone. But yeah, Hakeem went through that spell where he did win a lot. But anyway, onto the draft lottery. And we are going to skip it. And it's the Supersonics who went from a good team to a very bad team. And they've got first pick, which is huge for them. I actually can't remember who's in the draft now. So, but we are obviously going to find out right about now. So let's do that. Let's do that, yeah. Supersonics get Tony Parker. We've got Pau Gasol going to the Wizards. And we've got Tyson Chandler going to the Utah Jazz. So these are 3 teams that we haven't really seen much about at all, really, in this franchise. So hopefully they do get some limelight. We've got the free agency, which looks like Kevin Garnett has an unrestricted, and he's got 2 offers. So He's playing for the Timberwolves, though, isn't he? So I think he might just stay at the Timberwolves. I'd be very surprised if he goes to the Hornets. Shaquille O'Neal unrestricted, and it looks like the Grizzlies want him. So, or actually, no, to stay with the Grizzlies for 5 years. Imagine he went to the Orlando Magic. That would be pretty cool. But he is the champion, so he can choose. He can choose. Tim Duncan is restricted. Uh, David Robinson, still 91 rated at 35. He could end up somewhere, but it doesn't look like he's got any offers on the table just yet. Scottie Pippen as well. He's 35, but he's 85, 89 rated. I could see him going somewhere quite nicely, to be fair. So we will have a look to see actually if he does go anywhere in the last years of his career. David Robinson has gone to the Hornets. He has gone to the Hornets from the Timberwolves. Interesting. Ginobili has gone to the Magic. I didn't know he was available, but that team is getting better and better. Oh, wow. Okay. Tim Duncan has gone to the Heat. Ooh, interesting. That improves them. I think that Kobe needed to join the Magic. I think he really did. Chauncey Billups has gone to the... Always re-signed with the Bulls. Who else? Who else? I don't think there's anyone else. Tim Hardaway has gone to... Scottie Pippen re-signed for the Hornets. That's nice to see. That's one thing I did actually want. Abdul Rauf has gone to the Grizzlies. Not bad, going to the NBA champions. But yeah, that's not bad at all actually. And I did see that Shaq re-signed as well, so that's good. So yeah, we can advance to the next season. We're getting close to seeing the likes of LeBron come into the league, which is huge. But yeah, it's been yet another great year. So guys, if you have enjoyed, be sure to leave a like, rating. But until next time, goodbye.